welcome to the astrology interview with me, Sue Brain. And I have one of my favourite astrologers in the world, Berna Lee, who lives in Hong Kong, but she's currently in America. And she's in a common room, so there might be a bit of background noise. But Berna is the wonderful Chinese astrologer. There's nothing she doesn't know about it. And it puts, I think, our Western astrology into a kind of like, ooh, right, okay. Because the Chinese astrology incorporates so many amazing other things like the I Ching and the lunar calendar and all that kind of stuff. So we thought it would be lovely to do an interview together about Chinese astrology, to looking at the year of the snake that's coming up and how that's going to affect us. So welcome, Berna.
Thank you, Sue, for your invitation.
So let's start with, okay, I don't know, I know that I'm a dragon, a cusping dragon, but we'll talk about that later. So just explain a little bit more about how the Chinese calendar works and how it's set with the lunar as a lunar calendar rather than a solar calendar.
Sure. Thank you for inviting me. And I'm really flattered that you said I know everything about it, about Chinese astrology. I would like to think of myself as a seeker, and I'm continuously learning, although I'm from generations of astrologers, lineage of that. I'm still learning.
Is it your heritage goes back to the Tang Dynasty, doesn't it?
Yes. People in my family pass on the knowledge and their learnings and observations, and I'm continuing the lineage of research. I would think about that as a research, because our worldviews changes and things will change as well. It's not like everything remains the same all the time. So I'm also a seeker and an observer, and I'm trying to do this as close to our daily lives as possible. So coming back to the new year, the year of the dragon. Oh, sorry, the year of the dragon is what we are still at right now. So Sue just talked about this line between coming from year of the dragon, passing through, transitioning into the year of the snake. So this line lies in the New Year's Day. It is not the first day of the new year, which lies in January 29th, 2025. This coming year, year of the snake, that is the first day of the new year. But that is not how we calculate in Chinese astrology. In Chinese astrology, we will pick the first day and the first hour of the start of spring, which is the 3rd of February in 2025, to be the start of the year of the snake. So if Sue needs to check whether you are the year of the snake or the dragon, then you'll have to look at that particular line, like were you born?
Because I am the 3rd of February. And I have looked it up in the past, and I am very proud to be a dragon. I don't want to be a snake. But anyway, just before we get into all of that, Berna, what I'd like to ask you about is the whole Chinese festival, because it runs for about 15 days, but you have traditions before that starts, which sound fantastic. So can you just tell us a little bit what you do to build up to the celebration of the snake, of the
year of the snake? So usually in Chinese New Year, in the last month of every lunar year, we will do some house cleaning and decluttering on the 28th of the last month of the year. Starting by then, we will be clearing up the space, and then we'll go and the 29th and 30th, we'll try to get some new energy coming in. So sometimes we'll go get flowers. So a lot of people would like to have these symbolic flowers of having great relationships or like great wealth, or, like all these kind of symbolism going on, and different flowers that you can get. And then we'll prepare fruits and sweets to to symbolize like a sweet year full of love and joy and happiness. And we'll prepare that new energy after decluttering on the 28th to receive that the chi on the first day of the year of the snake. So that will come to the
and is this
what we just talked about.
Does the whole family come together to do this?
Yes, we do. We do come as a family to clean up and to get flowers. It's all like a huge family gathering. It's kind of like Christmas in the West, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, a time of...
We're not good at decluttering. We're certainly not good at decluttering, but I love the idea of decluttering as a family before you start the celebrations.
Yes. So getting into the New Year's, we have the first day of the New Year all the way to the 15th of the New Year. We will have things to do every day. And so it's all like a family thing. The first day we will be like at home, like what we usually do. It is on the last day of the new year before the time gets into like a countdown to the new year. My dad will usually have me and my sister together and write the calligraphy together, like good wishes for luck. And my dad will write poems, and I yet to learn that to write poems for the New Year's. And usually for his poems, he will read the Chinese astrology of the year, and then he will write like something like incorporate that meanings, like what the year entails in a poem. And then we will stick the two lines on our door, our front door. So that's what we usually do. And then passing to the first hour of the new year, me and my sister will have this ceremony kind of thing that we have to, like when we were younger, we have to say some good wishes to our parents, and then give them tea, serve them tea, and then they will give us a red pocket with money in it. And then we'll take that red pocket money and put it underneath our pillows, and then we'll sleep on it through the next day and wish for good luck. So that's something that we do on the first day of the new year.
I read somewhere that the pocket of money that you're given is a symbol of the elder generation passing their abundance to the younger generation. Is that right?
It is something like that, but honestly, like now kids are kind of just treated as a time that they can get a lot of abundance from the elder family, and it is a fun time for them. It's like Christmas getting presents. So for us, usually for Chinese people, it is the parents will give the lucky money or the red pocket to the kids, or sister, like older sister will give pocket money to whoever that is younger, and also for married couples to give out to younger generations, or anyone who is not married, like single people. So all you single people out there, you can get a lot of red pocket this year. Yeah, from married couples.
So now you've got the pocket. The money's been passed on. So what happens next? Because it's a real celebration, isn't it? Every day has something else.
Yes, like each and every day we'll go out to the first day we'll usually go to someone that is of like our grandmother, grandparents, to out of the respect, we'll go from the top gradually to friends and like other people. So like we go visit different families every day, unless you're like the eldest in the family, then your younger brothers and sisters, your siblings, will come visit you. Otherwise, we'll go out and visit other families and friends, like throughout each and every day. of the new year until the 15th, usually. But the whole time of the first year, the first month of the new year, will be celebrating the whole month usually.
So let's talk about the firecrackers and the dragon. Because I heard a myth that there was a monster in ancient times, Nian, and a little boy was the bravest boy because he went and attacked Nian and banished him or killed him, and that's why the Chinese use the symbol of the dragon and the firecrackers and to banish evil spirits,
to scare him off, kind of thing. Yes, that's like a myth that we used to hear when we were little kids, of like how it came about. It is a very colorful time. Like, we have the firecrackers to scare away the Nian monsters, or like this creature, and then we also have the dragon dance, and we go to the temples or monastery to burn incense, praying for good luck and safety for everyone in the house. And yeah, it's a very colorful time, and that's also why people will put the red poems or like the good wishes on the door to ward off the evil spirits, or warding off the monster. So that's what we usually do.
I've been in Hong Kong with at Chinese New Year, and it's yeah, I have, yeah. And just the dancing dragons and what they're doing, and they're all, it's just fantastic. But what is the symbology of red? Because everywhere's red and gold.
I think red, honestly, I never really looked into the symbolism of red, but it is like a tradition that we use red to fire up the energy. So that could be something that is like all of the celebrations in China, whether it's a wedding or New Year's, we use red. But in the West, we use white, like white Christmas, and wedding, you wear white dress. In the East, like in our culture, we use red for all these celebrations. But if it's like a funeral, we'll wear white. So it's a very different kind of way of using colors. But also colors has this indications of the 5 elements in what we do. So usually red, it's for like passion, fire, celebrations. It's like an energy that is bursting out. So that could be why we're using red all the time. But of course, like, red is not for everyone. If we're reading into the Chinese astrology, like maybe you need more water, then you wear black, and if you are needing more metal, then you wear white. So this is more like using red all the time. It's more like a folklore thing that we do it like a tradition, and it's happy, it's fire, it's passion, it's outbursting of happiness. That's the sort of energy that we're serving.
Okay, so Berna, we can't not talk about food.
Of course.
I understand at Chinese New Year, this is feasting time. And I hear dumplings are really important part of that whole thing. So tell us a bit about what you eat at New Year.
So when we're talking about food, I would like to mention this particular day on the winter solstice. Actually, we will eat dumplings mainly on winter solstice, because that is symbolizing the union of the family. It is round, and we are stuffing it with like a lot of vegetables and meat. It's like a good time. It's warm, it's comforting. So we usually do that. And some people, and especially people who look into the lunar calendar, they will use this time of the winter solstice to prepare themselves for the new year already, like transitioning into the new year. So that's why that is the day that we eat the dumplings on the winter solstice dinner. And then slowly transitioning, preparing ourselves towards the new year. We will have different kinds of food. We will have this called nian gao. So that is the nian cake. So it's like a form of reddish orange sticky kind of cake that we eat, and you can fry it with eggs, and you can fry it on itself, and it's really sweet and tastes really good. So nian, it's the monster that you just talked about, and that is like a cake symbolizing you're eating it. I guess like conquering it or something.
Yeah.
And so like we'll eat that too. It's not meat, it's vegetarian. It's made of brown sugar. So we eat that, and we also eat the seasonal radish cake, the white radish cake that we also fried. And so throughout the new year, people will pass around or gift each other the nian cake or the radish cake, and then we'll have a lot in the fridge. And then from people that gift it to you, or you are going to gift it out for others, and throughout the whole month, you'll have food full of like a fridge full of cakes, and you don't need to really think about what to cook. That's also one of the really convenient thing. Like every morning you'll eat radish cake or nian cake for breakfast.
I just love it.
Yeah.
It's such a it feels like such a celebration when we're like a night and a day, and we're back at work. But the Chinese, you're at it. You're up there for a month. All this wonderful mythology is part of it. So Bernard, just tell me about the year of the snake and what that's going to bring to us. Because we've had you, I remember you when I interviewed you last time about the year of the dragon, which we've just had. You did said, it was going to be a bit of one of those years, and it has been. So how do you feel the snake is going to play into our
So last year we talked about Jia Chen, it's the year of the dragon, and this year it's the year of the snake. When we're looking at a year, we also we will take that start of the spring or spring commence day to be the 八字 of the year. And so this year's 八字 I can share the screen with you. 八字 of the wood snake, and it lies on the 3rd of February 2025, around 10:13 p.m. In Hong Kong, and it's a yin female. And we are looking at this time that we just talked about, the line between the year of the snake transitioning into the year of the dragon transitioning into the year of the snake. So this year it's called Yi Si year. It's not easy, but it is easy. It's YI for yin wood, and SIC for the yin fire of the snake. So usually we'll look at the 八字, and the reason why I'm showing you this chart is because when we are looking at the year of the snake, and we want to know our own zodiac animal sign, like, am I gonna have like this good fortune this year, or what's gonna happen, or like the possibilities of an impression of what are we looking for, we usually will take the year pillar, the year pillar Yi, and to match the interactions of the 5 elements with your own year.
What's the year of the snake going to bring, do you think?
So in the year of the wood snake, we can see that yin wood is characterized by its flexibility and adaptability. So yin wood, it's like short bushes or grass. So, when you look at grass, you see that they naturally survive in very harsh environments or like different environments, so they look very tiny and gentle, but they actually have very strong endurance and survival instincts. So that is part of the quality that we're looking at in this year, and combining the fire element of the snake this year, kind of presenting itself as the yin wood is making use of their love of the fire of the sun, and the wind of the bagua direction of the year, to imagine that impression of the seeds of the grass blowing through the wind under like sunshine and some warmth, and so it will spread and grow. So that symbolizes there is a lot of fire, um, and a lot of growth as well. And so here we can, let me see, that we
So
can see that no fire can eliminate the thriving grass of the yin wood.
are you saying that it's going to be quite a fiery year? Are you saying that we're going to have to find ways to adapt or to survive, or how are you looking at that?
That's a great question, because when I am looking at it with the heavenly stem, the heavenly stem and earthly branch, I'll just refer them as stem and branch of the year. I will tell you what I think, and then later on, I will also present to you all about two classic almanac. Is that how we pronounce that word? Almanac.
Yeah.
One of them is the farmer's almanac, and the other one is the business almanac. And with that combined, and with the stem branch of the year, I am seeing that there are a lot of challenges in the first half of the year before autumn. There will be a lot of challenges. There will be a lot of opportunities, but those opportunities might not be something conventional, because the general political and economic environment, it's not especially favorable this time. At the beginning of the year. So just like grass, we have to find ways to thrive and to survive. We will have, well, actually, we will have that resource. We will have that resource, but we just have to find new ways in growing our own thing or evolving into different things. So in this year,
That's interesting because, certainly Western astrology would support that.
Okay, that's interesting to know. Because in what I'm seeing, there will be a good amount of uncertainties to the world at large, just like strong winds blowing all over the place. But there is also a lot of opportunities blowing across, but we just need to see underneath that veil of what is there that we can start anew. That is like planting seed at the beginning of the year, and then towards the later half of the year, after September or October, in the autumn time, the world will opens up and settles down a little bit more. So we are also expecting a little bit of inflation, maybe, like, because the economy has a little bit of fluctuations in the beginning, and so there will be opportunities, but there is also we need to use our creativity. It requires a lot of creativity, and the yin kind of energy. It's to like gently finding ways around. So
More
this
reflective,
year,
isn't it? It's more inward. Yin is more inward, more reflective, isn't it? More earth,
yes,
more water energy than the
uh,
dragon, which was fire. Yeah.
yes, because of the fire energy, when we want to thrive underneath this kind of environment or situation as a piece of little grass, we need water as well. But in this chart, we don't really have water. That's why we can nourish ourselves a little bit of water so we can grow better. So this year, maybe some of the water element kind of jobs or work or the work nature of it will give us more opportunities or creativity. Say, for example, the create creating contents, social media, your podcasts, and these are like if you look at the nature of uh, uh, um, not necessarily the work nature, but what you are doing. It's something that you need constant flow of information, a constant flow of, different things. Or so that that is what I mean by water, like the element of water. It's what you are doing. So social media can be one, or like online thing, or traveling, logistics. So online kind of buying and selling, trading things, not financial stocks, but like actual products, logistics, kind of like traveling around, that kind of flow that is considered to be water. So those fields will be you'll see that it's easier to get to create a new path over there, and to create provide space to grow and to evolve. So anything of the nature of the water will thrive, but we have to also note that not necessarily anything related to fire will thrive, because we already have fire this year. So um, so anything that is of um, uh, that it's obvious that there is fire, say for example, let me think, like candles. It's like or like anything that is with fire will have to, it's not as popping, so to speak. And also we have to be aware of uh the fire, of like real fire, as like fire disasters might happen, or like not as eruptive as a volcanic thing, but more like fire of some sort. Because last year, in the year of the dragon, there would be a lot more explosive energy of the fire, like volcanic activities. This year, it would be more like, maybe because of some volcanic activities or some other men made reasons, that will have some sort of like fire disasters, and like that will need to make a note on. Um, there are more possibilities of that. And so that is what I am looking at with the elements of this year, the stem branch of the year. And when we're looking at um, the classics of Mother Earth, this is the historical farmer's almanac. Um, they there is a poem about the year of EC, because EC happens every 60 years, like as a cycle, like a cycle of the year, like a time loop thing. So EC come every 60 years, and every 180 years, it's a bigger, major cycle. So when I am looking back into that cycle of the 180 years before, and um, with the classics of the Mother Earth, the poem says the position of the Jupiter is in the position of C in the year of Yi, the green snake or the wood snake. There will be an abundance of flow of water and rain in the summer and the spring. Spectacular harvests will come in the autumn and winter. So in ancient China, we are an agricultural country. So agriculture was the main livelihood, and sufficient water means generally good for farming and good for harvesting. So, and here you can see that that poem also indicates that in spring and summer there will be a lot of water, and that water in our times can be translated as fluctuations or uncertainty, the water energy, flowing energy of that uncertainty that will be happening in the spring and summer. And then towards autumn and winter, it will be more settled and there will be harvest. So that is part of the poem from this Classics of Mother Earth. And when we look at the businessman's almanac, the poem goes, this year, people could hardly afford silk or cotton. Every inch would cost more than ever before. So that says something about their observations through the 180 years, 180 years, 180 years. And this is what they have been observing and written in a poem to be, like as an information for this year to be aware of. So therefore, to understand EC year,
it sounds like there's going to be, and absorbing it into our Western culture, kind of a little bit more of the same. There's the lots of water, forest fires, or whatever it is, an unbalanced financial markets. Same, prices go up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. Bernie, I'm conscious of time. So
yes,
do you have anything to say to all of us who don't understand a lot about Chinese astrology, but really interested in the year of the snake? We all, we're into the zodiac Chinese sign.
Yes.
Doesn't really do Chinese astrology justice. But sort of just anything that you'd like to say that we need to be aware of to make this year as best we can.
Right. I would say a little bit on the sort of like sun sign thing, but about Chinese zodiac animal, or like what you have to be aware of, or which are the sort of best luck of the year this year.
Yes.
So the top three zodiac animal sign that this year has a really good fortune or very smooth year. It's the year of the rat, the year of the dog, and the year of the horse.
Wow.
These are the top three. And for the three zodiac animals that needs to be more aware of, or just lay low this year, or be aware of your health problems, and all, it's the year of the rabbit, the year of the goat, and the year of the pig.
Wow.
So these were so how we generate this, we just talked about the branch of the stem branch in the stem branch system. The branch says represents the signs, and we are using your signs branch to interact with the year stem branch, and that's how we generate who is the top three and who is less needs to be more aware this year. But also in this so-called, not that is in this horoscope, we are not only using the 5 elements interaction, we're also using the stars that we observe and we calculate, and in each of the piece of sky that we are looking at. So those were some of the zodiac animals that we want to look at. And these and also there are 5 different 5 animals, zodiac animal that I want to talk about. Is that the first one, year of the snake, because this year is the year of the snake, and if you are the year of the snake, then you have to be a little bit more aware of your, let me see, your health, your work, or like your love life. There will be a little bit more of a wobbly time. And so some people would say that it would be good to go to the monastery to pray in the beginning of the year if you are the year of the snake, or you can go to your church, or I don't know, like your own religion, to pray for good fortune for the coming year. So that is for the year of the snake. And if you are the year of the pig, it is also something that you need to be aware of. Let me see, what do you need to be aware of here? Year of the pig. It will be about money. So if you're the year of the pig, it's easier to lay low and not to do too much stock investments, and all that might not be the best.
But Ben, I'm conscious of time, so
yes, sorry,
all 12 of them, which is such a shame. But
yes,
where is the best place for people to look up about what their year of their Chinese year is going to be? What would you suggest that they read or look up?
I would say that you can look up the 12 earthly branches to see whether or not you are at clashes or have challenges this year, or you're more compatible with the year of the snake this year. But regarding the stars, I don't think there is a lot of information out there in English right now.
Complicated for just people just generally interested. Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. Okay, well,
yes.
Berna, thank you so much. That's absolutely, I just love the whole concept of this. And just to say, that Chinese astrology is a very, very different system to the Western astrology. So
yes,
you want to get hold of Berna and have your Chinese astrology chart done, I'll put her email at the bottom of this chat. Berna, thank you so much, and I wish you a wonderful year of the snake.
Thank you. I wish all of you have a really wonderful, lovely year as well. If you have any questions, you can email me, because I do think that there's a lot to cover today and I can't get everything out there. Perhaps I can do some of the posts in my social media as well, so you can look it up later on. And if you want a more personalized one, you can email me personally.
Fantastic. Berna, thank you. And yeah, let's see what the year of the snake brings for us all.